Pac-Man D3, thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. Pac-Man D3 writes, interesting signing, Lou. Thanks for the videos, man. No doubt. Thank you for the support, Pac-Man D3. And so let's talk about Adam Humphries right now. And we'll talk about him probably 15 times throughout the course of the night, but let's talk about him right now. So I want to bring some numbers and lay them on your doorstep. You can do with them whatever you like. You can do whatever you like. Yeah, with these numbers that I'm about to put on you. But this is essentially why he only got a 1-year deal here. Okay. And I started the show off with this because I know for a fact, I've talked to Titans fans, I've talked to Buccaneers fans. I know for a fact that there is a divide on Adam Humphries. You talk to Titans fans and they're like, man, don't waste your time. This guy's always injured. He's not worth it. I'm glad we moved on from him. You talk to Buccaneers fans, they loved Adam Humphries. They just couldn't afford to pay him what he was going to get on the market, and the Titans gave him a very lucrative deal. So they moved on, and they let him go and get his money elsewhere. But Adam Humphries was a very productive player for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, so much so, I'm going to give you some numbers. So which Adam Humphries are we getting? This is the question. Tennessee Titans Adam Humphries or Tampa Bay Buccaneers Adam Humphries? So that's what you have to ask yourself. So in the last 2 seasons in Tennessee, he signed like a 3-4 year deal in Tennessee. They got rid of him after 2 because he couldn't stay healthy. 19 of 32 games played. Okay, so out of a possible 32 games the last 2 seasons, and I didn't even count the postseason, and the Titans were in the postseason the last 2 years, but I just counted the regular season. Out of 32 games, he only played in 19 of them. So damn near 50, a little bit over 50%. You're right around the 60% mark or so of games played. Not good. Not good at all. His numbers combined in both 19 and 20. So these are his numbers as a Titan. His complete history as a Titan. 60 catches, 602 yards, 4 touchdowns. 6 catches of 20 yards or more. In 2 years, that's what he put up in Tennessee. Let me give you his last year in Tampa. The year that got him the deal in Tennessee. And look, he was really consistent in Tampa Bay. So it wasn't just that last year, but the last year was the culmination of this guy putting it all together, figuring it out, and showing that, yeah, I deserve to be paid and have a bigger role in an offense. All 16 games he played in Tampa Bay in 2018. 76 catches. Keep in mind, he only had 60 in 2 years combined in Tennessee. 816 yards. Keep in mind, he only had 602 yards combined in 2 years in Tennessee. 5 touchdowns. Keep in mind, he only had 4 touchdowns combined in 2 years in Tennessee. 7 catches of 20 yards or more. Keep in mind, he only had 6 catches of 20 yards or more in 2 years in Tennessee. And 1 catch of 40 yards or more in that 2018 season. He had 0 in 2 years in Tennessee. So, you see where I'm going with this. If we get the Adam Humphries from 2018 and previous to that, we're getting a hell of a football player, which I'm banking on that. If we get the Adam Humphries from Tennessee the last 2 years, we got to cross our fingers that he's even playing this week. So, the thing I've realized with Ron Rivera, I don't know if you guys have connected the dots yet, but he's a guy of comfort. He likes players that he's comfortable with and that he knows. Why does he know Adam Humphries? Because Adam Humphries kicked his ass for 4 straight years in Tampa. The same reason that one of his first moves when he got here was going and getting Peyton Barber, because he liked Peyton Barber from afar, watching him kick his ass in Tampa Bay. Adam Humphries kicked Ron Rivera's ass for 4 years in Tampa, and he always admired him, much like he always admired Peyton Barber, so he went and got him. This isn't rocket science, man. Okay? So, I'm not surprised by the move, and just this last little caveat. he played with Ryan Fitzpatrick in 2018. His best season was 2018. I'm not saying, I'm just saying. For whatever it's worth, you take it and do with it whatever you would like to do with it. So there is chemistry between he and Ryan Fitzpatrick. So there's that as well. So I love the move. You know what this does, though? What this move says to me? It says that Curtis Samuel isn't going to be strictly a slot receiver, which he did his best work in Carolina. I told you. For me, I want him in the slot the vast majority of the time. But remember, I made a big stink out of, hey, what happens when we put 3 receivers on the field? I want Terry to work the slot just like he did last year. I don't want Terry just lining up at X. You know, I don't want Terry just lining up at Z. I want Terry all over the place, including the slot. I thought Terry did some big things from the slot last year. Same thing with Curtis Samuel. I want to move him around, but his best work is done in the slot. So what happens when we decide to go to a 3 wide receiver set? I said 11 personnel's on the field. We know Terry's on the field. We know Curtis Samuel's on the field. Who's the other receiver? I told you that's the $1 million question. Well, they just answered the question for us. It's not always going to be the case, but most of the time, if these guys are healthy, they just told us. Curtis Samuel on one side, Terry on the other side, and now Adam Humphrey in the slot. They just told us what the answer to that question is. Okay, I'm cool with that. And if we go 4 wide, Adam Humphrey in one slot, Curtis Samuel in the other slot, and now you can bring one of those big receivers and put him out wide, whether that's AGG or Kelvin Harmon or Cam Sims. So there's a little bit of variance now as to what you can do at the receiver position. I love it. Want more of it.
Louie.